All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Marty Andrews here from AEBF, and joining me on the commentary is Rob Bowen as well. Good afternoon, Rob. Welcome. That's right. Now, we've missed the first couple of frames here, but New Zealand North has got off to a flyer, 3-0 up on Victoria. Early days, yeah. I'm just going to check those first 3 frames as well so we can see what those results were. Okay, so it looks like the ones we missed was from New Zealand North, Aaron Williams, Jared Rawlings and Tristan Matheson have beaten Tom O'Keefe, Josh Gorski and Reece Godden respectively. Yeah, I was going to say, Tim's had a very good tournament so far, playing good pool, and is the captain of the Victorian side, so definitely wants to get a result here for his team. Yeah, that was in the match against Queensland. He lost his first 2 frames, dropped himself for the third, and then sat out for the entire Tasmania match, which actually ended up in a draw. Yeah, it looks like he's got a slight bit of angle so he can get closer to his work here for the black ball. There's certainly, easy to be aggressive. I did an interesting thing on the podcast this week that I pulled out some stats historically, and you can see the trend upwards. When we changed to Supremes and international rules, the number of master breaks started growing in the tournament. And this season so far on the Rassons, they're at the second highest percentage in history of master breaks, which is just a little clue that the game's more open, more aggressive. And even this year with, a lot of new players across the tournament in the field, the number of master breaks is still high. It's the way the game is trending. It's great to watch. I'm enjoying the aggressive pull. I am interested to see, it's that's super fine cloth, very slippery when it's new, but we're also up in Rockhampton, where it's quite warm, the humidity's high. I see quite a few players wearing gloves. I think I saw Tem wearing a glove. I don't think I'd seen him wear a glove before. So, I went and watched the Nationals in Cairns in 2001, and that was a real problem. Just sweaty hands and getting that, stickiness of the cue on your hand. Cool. Yeah. Both tables here, Victoria's come to the table with ball in hand. Dion Rawlings has just gone in off, and Steve Argus has missed an escape from a snooker. So an opportunity here for Victorians. Yeah. He may just be worried about that red at the top of the table, sitting on the cushion, but he's left an opportunity. Yeah. I think top left and a little stun or soft screw gets you in a great position for the black. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and Sam has had a pretty tough start to the event. He's shooting a bit over 40% at the moment, but I believe that's come back a bit after kind of a very. Oh, geez, that's an interesting choice of shot. He's played the turnover and asked a question. Yeah, there's still that cluster in the centre of the table there for Dion and Jack. Someone needs to sort that out, don't they? Yeah, that's about the only pot that I think he's on for there. He might be forced into it now. Oh, he's just kind of looking for a lot. Yeah, he's looking for a safe wide, I think. Yeah. I think the line is on. He's hit it wide, hit it too thick, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Seems the likely shot. Jack just taking his time, making sure he can get that white in nice and tight. Yeah, I think Jack stood up as he was playing that shot. Just got the cueing not quite right. But here he is with a big chance. He's got that. He's going to have to sort out that red on the right-hand side. But for it, fairly open swing at the table here. Good shot. Yeah, I think you could play this out with fairly natural angles. I mean, it looks like he wants to execute this shot rather than just run through on it. But yeah, he likes this sort of... Still okay, too.
Yeah.
And Dakota Cook on the left-hand side, Robbie, Dakota Cook is the story of the Victorian team for me. He's shooting just over 70%, which is fantastic for a First Nationals.
It is. It's exceptional. I actually messaged him the other day to firstly say well done, but also just to sort of say keep doing what you're doing, but bear in mind there will be a period where you may struggle a little bit and don't let it get to your head, because I think we all know Dakota, his game's improved so much, but the mental side still sometimes lets him down, but he's done remarkably well so far, and a very good chance to keep that record going here against probably, without knowing all of the New Zealand guys particularly well, probably New Zealand North's best player in Ryan King and their captain. So this would be a big frame for Victoria.
Jack's played a lovely little delicate shot into the centre there, left himself on the one red that couldn't go bottom left, or that we thought might not go bottom left. He's just taken his medicine on the red and looks great.
Yeah, I think you can just follow through and take the black into the bottom right-hand corner, or just stun in and take the black into the same middle pocket as the red. Just depends on the angle that he's got and how he's feeling.
Yeah, or even centre right. If he's got a bit of angle, he could slide past the black and put it back in centre right. There's several options here.
Yeah.
Key shot for Dakota here
Meanwhile,
too on the right hand side.
yeah, he's not played it. He's not played a great shot there, to be honest. He's left himself a really thin cut. The white ball's going to be the natural angle for the white will go pretty close to the top right hand corner pocket if he pots this. So yeah, big shot here. Got it too thin. Tried to play it with side to take out the risk of the in off, I think, and as a result didn't get it particularly close. But he hasn't left Ryan anything particularly easy here, to be honest. He's got a safety that's not too hard, but he'll be leaving Dakota. Oh, he's almost certainly be leaving Dakota a fairly straightforward one rail escape. He's played that well. He's covered the natural one railer.
I think we might see Dakota try and play off the bottom cushion, hit the red kind of fairly thin quarter ball, and send the white back up to the top end of the table.
Yeah, he's got a few options here. He's got, as you say, that's a safety option. I don't mind that. He does have an attacking option to play off the top rail with side, or maybe off right hand and top rails off two if he wants to play the attacking option. But I think he's just going to drop this gently. That's a good shot. He's played that really well.
It's well played. We might see a couple of these little execution shots back and forth here until someone gets an open pot, and Ryan may have one now. Looks like he may be taking this on to the centre, actually. Yeah, he's down on it very quickly.
Well. Not finished ideal again, to be honest. He's either got to take his medicine and leave himself quite high on his last ball on the rail, or try and come around off a few.
Yeah, looks like he might be going around the angles.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, he's played this great. This is excellent. That is excellent.
Yeah,
what a great shot by Ryan King. So yeah, Victoria up against it a bit here. So Borenson unforeseen. Ryan will make it 5-2. Yeah, this is a really good out. These weren't straightforward from where Dakota left him. He's taken those really well.
Yeah, well done.
5-2 to New Zealand North.
So Mark Owens and Anthony Gempton on the left-hand table. And there's some clusters here, so some stuff has to be worked out by both players.
Yeah, I think that if I'm Anthony at the table here, there's definitely an argument for pulling up here. I think this is a pretty low percentage. I don't know how good a player Anthony is. Maybe these are tap-ins for him, but I think I'd be looking at doing something with my yellow bottom left here to open that up, rather than just keep potting balls.
Yeah, he's going to try and pot and open that up at the same time by the look.
Didn't quite get it out to go in the bottom right, I don't think, but it's certainly better than it was.
Yeah, does the black go bottom right is more the question. That yellow can go centre right. Is the black
just looking at that now.
If he's to do with the yellow not closest to the top left pocket, but the one next one out, he probably has to use that one over the pocket to get neat on it. So if he's committing to the out, that's where he's kind of headed. He's uphill next.
These are
going to be tough from there.
These are really tough. I feel like he's possibly pushed the vote out a little bit far here, but maybe he'll prove me wrong. I feel like you're putting yourself into trouble a bit here. I think even now, like with just 3 yellows left on the table, I think I'd be reassessing and working out what I can do to try and give myself a better chance than he's currently got. Always just trying to go the out. I think he's still potting. I think he's trying to cut this yellow in.
He's trying to pot his way out of trouble. I'm not sure if he went for it there or not, but that was a long way off.
So
Aaron Williams, I think. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
I was going to say Aaron Williams on the, I think 10 broke and went in off, and Aaron like all those reds had pockets, but he's tried to take a couple on and he's left himself in a tricky position now.
I think he's just snookered himself.
Yeah. Might see a turnover here from Mark Owens.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the right shot. You'd be every chance of getting full ball snooker on both balls. Opening up two of your bad ones. I think if he executes this right, he becomes a big favourite for the frame. Scratch from Aaron on the right-hand table, leaves Temujin ball in hand, but bit of work to do, to be fair. He's got yellow on the left-hand rail. That's not obvious what he's going to do with that. The yellow behind the red. I think he's going to attack that ball on the left-hand rail straight away and screw into it off the one that he's queuing up now. But still some work to do from there. These are not straightforward.
Now, Mark Owens played a red into the centre first, but I think that's we definitely tried the turnover there. And actually, he's not ended up with a bad result because that's very difficult queuing to get back out.
It is. Yeah. It's difficult queuing and trying to get onto that that yellow that's just south of the balk line is very tricky as well. So, yeah, he didn't play it well, but he's had a pretty big result, actually.
And I think the yellow at the bottom of the table there probably does not go bottom left. If it does, it only has half a pocket.
Yeah. Tim's missed on the right-hand table, leaving a chance for Aaron here with four pretty open reds. Yeah. If Aaron maps these right, you'd have to fancy him to get them. Like as you say, it's really just about landing on that one to the right of the black into the right centre. Maybe he's attacking that straight away. That could be good.
Now, Anthony's attacked there on the left, but has left Mark with a chance now. The reds are all open. If he executes this first red nicely, Mark Owens should have a clearance that he can try and map nicely. And meanwhile, Aaron Williams going about these very clinically on the right-hand side.
Mark Owens has missed by a fair distance.
Has he got a snooker?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Has he had a bit of luck? Temujin losing that frame, he'll probably drop himself for another 2 matches now.
Yeah, I think he'll be unhappy with that cut he made into the centre.
Yeah. Certainly not at his best at the moment, but we're still only not even halfway through the tournament, so plenty of time for him to come good. That's a good shot. So Mark had left Anthony the chance, and this should be 7-2, which would be some lead at this stage of the match.
Yeah, what an amazing start from New Zealand North. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that's an issue. Don't think it goes top left. So he's possibly going to take this top right into a blind pocket. This is a tough pot. He really shouldn't have been anywhere near that.
He had a football field to land in there.
Yeah.
I think he's going.
I think it does go top left.
Yeah,
I guess the advantage if you do go top left is you might get some coverage, but no, he's going top right. Or is he changing his mind? He's just trying to confuse us, Marley.
So we are into the second round of play now. So Jared Rawlings and Reece Godden back at the table.
That's a
great pot on the black.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. 7-2. Wow, Victoria got an uphill battle from here. A couple of frames there that they'll feel pretty disappointed they've let go. Both Mark and Temujin had pretty decent chances to win the frame, or at the very least take the ascendancy, and unfortunately mistakes let the New Zealand North guys back in. So two of the better players in the Victorian side. Would have been hoping to have got Victoria back on track, but yeah, work to do, guys.
In this frame, there's a lot of clusters here, so I think, but you know, could be opened up with one or two shots fairly quickly. Reese, what's Reese taking here? The reds. He doesn't want to do too much until he figures out what's going on. He's got a red next to the left centre that's tough, red up near the black that's tough, and two reds in a cluster in the centre. Yeah, it's a good shot. And Josh Gorski and Tristan Matheson now on the table on the left. Josh, one of the top performing players in the Victorian side, so we'll be looking to get the Vics back on track. And Tristan on the left-hand side, the yellows are all on. There's one tricky yellow at the bottom centre of the table that really only goes to the bottom right. But looks in a good position now, so Josh will be trying to do something to turn the frame in his favour. Might see a turnover here from Josh on the bottom left and leave the white tight in under that other red. Yeah, it's a very good shot. Well executed from Josh. Reese Godden has been left a long shot here by Jared. Jared tempting Reese to open up the pack in the centre of the table. And Josh Gorski, with that turnover shot, has found himself back at the table a couple of shots later with a fairly open look. He's got one tricky red next to the yellow at the bottom of the table, but can get on that with the red over the pocket to the bottom right. So might be thinking about trying to commit to an out here. And Josh Gorski, if you can see that, the red that he's closest to, if you can see that to the top left, might decide to continue on. I think he can. Now it's all about whether he can get onto the red to the bottom right corner, the red closest to the yellow down the bottom of the table. Needs to get neat on that in a couple of shots' time. Oh, that's a clever shot. Now has a bit more space to land in. Yeah.
Still got a little touch shot he's got to play here. Oh, it goes
looks like it goes to the centre right. Great. Yeah. This is a good out from Josh.
Yeah, big frame, big frame. And Josh has been amazing again, really. He had an outstanding Nationals last year. And he's backing it up this year, playing at the top of the order. Yeah, clearly full of confidence. And knocks these couple in. That's going to only help that confidence further.
Just prior to the Nationals, I played in a local snooker tournament here in Melbourne, and Josh Gorski won that tournament. which was just a sign that his cueing was bang on. You know, when he's knocking in breaks on the snooker table, you know you're getting through the ball really nicely.
Absolutely. I think that's often the source of Josh's confidence, really. Like, I think he's obviously grown up as a snooker player and come to pool a little bit later in life. And I think, and it sounds like a negative comment, but sometimes he disrespects the game because he feels like it's an easy game compared to snooker. But you're right. It means that if he's knocking in balls on a snooker table, he feels like he can't miss on a pool table. Yeah, he's playing very well indeed. Been a real mainstay for Victoria so far this year.
Absolutely.
That's come out pretty nicely for Jared on the right hand side. You'd have to say he's probably in the ascendancy slightly here, but I guess with international rules, still plenty of twists and turns that can happen with a few smart tactical shots.
Yeah, that frame with Jared and Reese has been just back and forth for half a dozen shots each now, and they're still, you know, waiting and just manipulating and moving to try and get the ascendancy in the frame. Good technical battle.
Yeah, that's a very good shot from Reese. Very good. I think that's once again a bit of a nuance of international rules. You don't really want to be covering pockets directly, but that sort of shot where you've got coverage on his ball nearish your pocket is a very smart shot. So in one shot, he's not completely turned the frame around, but really giving himself a much better foothold in the frame. And Jared really doesn't have any real great attacking options now. That's a clever shot, actually. It's a very clever shot.
That is a clever shot. Yeah, if he intended that turnover, and let's assume he did. That was good. He was actually a little bit unlucky not to get one more ball out off the rail.
Yeah. Marty, what have you made of having New Zealand as part of the tournament? It's obviously the first time we've done it. Do you think it's been an enhancement?
I think so. Like we've seen some of the New Zealand guys come over for the Pockets Pro Series and for some tournaments, and they do have some great pool players, and they join in part of the Australian pool community. So I think it's great to have them here. I think it's an evolution of the game. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think, as you say, there's clearly some very talented players from over there. You know, we played against them at Worlds a few months ago, and you can see that they were a very good side. We did beat them, but they also went on to do us some big favours, beating England and Wales, I think, which were huge results for any side really to beat countries of that quality. So there's a few of those boys who were over at Worlds in these teams, in the North and South teams. So Simon Singleton, young Riley, I think, who plays in Simon's team, played in the juniors and did extremely well. So there's clearly a lot of talent. There's a few guys who are missing as well. Adam Lilly, a good friend of mine, he unfortunately wasn't able to come over for this, but there's even further depth in the quality that we're seeing from these guys here. And obviously both teams are very much in with a good shout of making finals. So I agree. I think it's been a really good addition.
Yeah, I think there's some interesting questions to ask about, what happens if New Zealand wins, or if a New Zealand player, wins the singletons. Simon Singleton,
Yeah.
obviously one of the favourites there. Like he's not this. He can't be the Australian champion. He's not an Australian, but he's won the singles at these national titles. But I think they're good questions to try and figure out the answers to.
Yeah.
We should be trying to evolve the game and increase the competition at this level.
Meanwhile, we've got two tactical frames now, which maybe it's a little bit for the purists, but it's nice to have a bit of a change of pace occasionally.
Yeah,
Tom
I think
O'Keefe
Jared
would
and
probably,
Reese.
probably be one of the.
Go on.
I was just going to say, I think Tom O'Keefe would probably be one of the more tactically astute players in the Victorian side, so he's probably not too upset that this is a tactical frame. I think it suits his game pretty well, and I guess Reese also has enhanced his tactical game, but the left-hand frame probably has more attacking possibilities than the right-hand frame at the moment, but still a fair bit to go in both frames.
Yeah, I agree. I think that left-hand frame could open up in one shot. I think Tom tried to play a turnover there and just missed the red over the pocket.
Yeah. I was thinking that Billy could maybe play a turnover, but as you say, Tom's ball's on in that bad a position, to be honest. There's a bit of a cluster, but one shot really opens them all up. Billy's on the red, so I'm talking rubbish. Ignore me.
Yeah.
So the chance here,
Yeah,
he's got the one
that
that
nearly did
the red
open.
that he's closest to.
Yeah,
Is
that's the
tricky.
question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It goes left centre.
Yeah, it does. So tidy white here, and is a chance to put another frame on the board for the New Zealand boys.
Maybe it goes
But
right.
even
He's
if
playing
it,
this one left centre.
yeah, it doesn't look like it does, but sometimes the camera angle can be deceptive.
If he can screw back to the bottom cushion here, I think that gives him options.
Yeah, it may even screw into the yellow. No, he's too straight. But yeah, this is a good chance now.
Now he can take that one into the centre, then bottom right, then bottom left.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. If he goes another way, he's probably going to put himself in trouble. He's really got to take that one into the middle now. And the frame on the right-hand side is opened up. I think Jared's at the table. I didn't like that option. I liked your option, Marty, but he's actually played that really well. He's played it really well.
He has played it really well, yes. I agree. And in fact, he'll just push the black a little bit further into the centre of the table here.
Yeah. Oh, I've got the white ball's tracking there, but it's come up short. Now, I think he might have to play this red really thin to come back up that way. I don't think he can see enough of the red to screw straight back. I think it's too deep into the jaws. So he's got to play a good shot here to get on this black. I know it's right in the middle of the table. It should be easy to get on. But if the red wasn't right in the jaws, he could have just screwed straight back up. Be interesting to see how he plays this.
I agree. I think it's got to be thin. But he's not. He's not playing it thin.
Yeah, so I don't think that shot was really on. He was always going to screw into the yellows and was therefore trusting to luck. Judging by his facial expression, he hasn't had that luck, and it doesn't go into the bottom left corner. But I didn't feel like the screw shot was the right shot there. He couldn't hit it full enough to play it as he wanted to. Yeah, I think he was hoping it went rather than thinking it went there. So a big chance here for Tom O'Keefe to get Victoria a little bit closer.
Now, it'd be interesting to see how Tom's feeling here, because he can take this out on, or he can try and do something with his ball up the top of the table and leave a safe white.
This is where you sort of see the mettle of players. You know, Tom's first nationals. I think he's had a steady-ish start, but not a great start. The team's up against it 7-3 down, and you've got balls that in practice you'd probably get 95 times out of 100. But the pressure of nationals is very different. He's hit that shot great.
That's a good start. Great start, Tom. Now it's all about that ball at the top now, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think he's got an angle on the ball in the middle to go up now. Once again, it's one of those where it's not the end of the world to leave it to last if you have to. And he may end up doing that now.
Yeah, there's going to be no work to do to get on the black, is there? Just anywhere centre table will be fine. Yeah, anywhere but straight, Tom.
Yeah. It's gone a little bit straight, but I think he's got enough to screw to the top left to leave the yellow into the top.
Yeah, I don't know. I think off the side rail maybe even. And back across to the right-hand side.
Or behind the black, you mean?
No, straight back to the rail he's at now.
No.
Oh, no, you're right. He went past it centre. Great
Played
shot.
that great. Very good. Yeah, I think this will be a big frame for Tom actually, and it's probably also a big frame for Temujin. You know, like as a captain, he's obviously still working out his best team, and Victoria's still got some work to do to make finals. But he's obviously just going to be watching people who are the guys who can sort of produce when it matters under the pump. Who are the guys who are going to stand up and be counted? And this is the sort of frame that I think Temujin should be taking. Oh, Reece Collins just had a
Oh
massive
my
fluke on
gosh.
the right hand side.
Yeah. And gave it a little fist bump to follow up with it.
Good bloke. Well,
Well
a couple
done,
of big
Tom.
frames
So
for
a couple of
Victoria there.
frames. Yeah.
Yeah, realistically, both of those frames could have gone the other way and probably should have gone the other way. So instead of 9-3, 7-5, that's a huge difference. 9-3,
Huge
9-3
difference.
down in a race to 13, you are right up against it. 7-5, absolutely game on.
So I think we've got coming to the table Mark Owens to play Steve Argus and Dakota Cook to play Dion Rawlings.
Yeah, a couple of guys who've been pretty reliable for Victoria so far, and Dakota and Mark, so they'll be hoping to keep that momentum going.
And also in this round, to finish off the round, will be Jack Green v Ryan King and Travis Martin v Anthony Gempton. So Chuka has yet to win a frame in the teams event, but had a couple of good wins in the plate, and I think one in the singles.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of his match against Brent Reed last night, and he played very well. I only saw the last maybe 2 frames, um, but from 3-all, he took out a couple of good finishes to win 5-3, which, as you say, when you've been struggling so much in the teams to sort of hold it together and take out a couple of finishes like that against a good player in Brent Reed will hopefully do his confidence the world of good. It'd be great to see him getting a few frames on board in the teams, because regardless of who you're supporting, it's never nice to see somebody struggling like Chuck has been struggling. So let's hope this could be a turning point for him.
Yeah, I agree. I really hope he gets one on and just steadies the ship. Feels a bit more comfortable. Steve Argus, aggressive straight away on the Reds on the right-hand side.
And it's come out very nice as well. He's played it real well and had a big result with the way it's flicked the yellow out as well.
Yeah, two balls up and down the left-hand rail, but both gettable. And if he executes them, hard to find a problem.
That's the first one. He's played that well, though. He's left himself slightly awkward queuing for the balls on nearest the left top rail, which I'm sure he'd want to attack now. He may choose to come round off take the one in the right middle and come round off a couple of rails if he really doesn't like the queuing. But I'm sure he'd love to attack them now.
Yeah, he did look at that red in the centre straight away, but he's decided to go up the rail. Doesn't have to do anything with it because he will have the red in this right centre available after putting this in. So no work required on the white.
Yeah, that queuing just made the pot 10 times harder than it would have been if he wasn't queuing over the ball. He may have not left Mark much here, but yeah, he would have been disappointed not to go out there. That was a good chance.
Yeah, Mark may be able to get to the ball at the bottom right. Even off the cushion, that's a relatively big target.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can see the one just to the left and below the black or not, but I don't know that helps him anyway.
Oh, that good.
He played that good.
Probably
At the very least, he's slowed Steve Argus down for a moment.
Yeah, he's probably left a fairly straightforward turnover. if Steve plays it well, I don't think he'll leave Mark anything easy. Maybe a yellow off the black or something. But yeah, Steve should certainly still be in control here. But Mark's sort of giving himself a bit of time.
And Dion Rawlings played an aggressive shot on the left-hand side and has opened the frame wide open. Dakota, a couple of tricky balls, but certainly an opportunity here to either get some control or even perhaps find a finish.
That white ball's going. No, it's okay. It's fine. I just felt like that drifted a little bit then, actually, when it first came off the rail. It looked like it was going very close, and then maybe it was the side turned it over a little bit, but ended up not going anywhere near. So it's not got an easy shot there, Dakota. He's got a tricky cut back into the top left corner. White ball's going to be running quite a bit.
No hesitation, though. It's good pot.
That's what happens when you're shooting 70%, Marty. When you're shooting 70%, you feel like you can't miss.
Yes, indeed.
Owen's big result there, I think.
I agree.
No, sorry. Yes, no, he's on the reds. But
he's on the reds to the top left, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good shot from Steve, and they do all look on now.
Dakota's chasing this one a little bit. I feel like the white ball's been running around quite a lot on every shot he's played. He's still at the table and still got a chance, but they're not getting any easier.
He does have a natural angle on this one to the bottom left to get into the one just below the one in the centre on the right-hand side.
I think that this might
give him some opportunities to
throw a bit more than... Yeah, I feel like this might throw a bit more than you think, Marty. I could be wrong here, but I think if he's playing it with top, it goes very close to the black.
He's screwing.
Well, that's a good result there. That works. Yeah. Still not easy.
Take the one up the top now. He might have to go up the top
100%
now.
at the top now. Top corner, bottom corner, middle.
Correct.
Just need to cue 2 balls well and you win the frame. You know what? He's obviously disappointed he's missed it, but it's actually not a horrible result for Dakota.
I agree.
Yeah, I actually think that obviously in these rules in general, covering pockets isn't a great approach, but covering the black pocket is often not an atrocious thing to do. I think that's actually that shot's actually increased his chances of winning, I feel.
Yeah, once he didn't go uphill, like if he potted that and then took the one in the centre, he had all sorts of work to get back down.
Yeah.
But if Dion can play a turnover and leave the white at the top end of the table so that the red in the centre is not on.
Yeah, I like that. I think from the little bit I've seen of Dion, I think he's pretty attacking, and I think he's looking at an extraction / skill shot here. But I agree with you. I think that the turnover would actually probably be the more productive option.
Yeah, I don't like this option.
Yeah, he's looking at skill shot now, but this is. I guess the upside of it is, as I've just said, he's going to have coverage on the ideal pocket for the black. If he does miss it, but.
Hey, I don't think you want the skill shot here because your white's going to the wrong way. I think you just want to leave the yellow over the pocket, take your white up to the top. Left-hand side near the balk line, somewhere there.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And now he's obviously going to get a snooker, but it's one that's not a difficult one to get out of. And even if you don't get out of it, I guess there's going to be another turnover if he doesn't get it. Dakota's played that well. He's cut off the angle.
Yeah, he's cut off the one rail escape, I think, or the natural one rail escape anyway. So Dion's either going to go one rail with running side or 2 rails. Neither option easy. I guess the thing is with the shot that Dion played, Dakota's still got to play a good shot at some point to get on a black. Unless he fouls here and Dakota chooses to play a turnover and snooker, but that's not easy to snooker on the black. So yeah, still a bit of work to do for both players here.
So this was a parallel shift for anyone who's not seen this before, trying to figure out the angle to get out of the escape. It's just pushed the black to the rail, which has made the out a little trickier. So I'd be more tempted with the turnover now.
Yeah.
Maybe play the one in this that's next to the centre and screw back to the top of the table.
Yeah. That's the shot I like, yeah. And I think that's what Dakota's about to do.
And hopefully the red just, comes out into the open somewhere near the black spot.
I'm not sure why he's moving the white there.
He's using the jaw to bring it back up to the top of the table, I think.
I don't like that.
Or he might just be leaving. He's just rolling it in. Yeah.
Okay, giving his opponent a free hit at it. Not a free hit, but a dip at it. Dion was just looking whether the black goes under the red by playing side rail first.
I wonder if he was thinking about a skill shot or at least screwing the white underneath the red to just leave Dakota off the reds. It's hard to know if the angle's there for the double to the top left. It might be there for the centre left.
I think with the top left, you could probably pump it if it isn't there as a natural to straighten it up.
And then maybe screw into the red and just see if you can make something happen.
Yeah.
Jack Green on the right-hand side doing nice little delicate shot here to leave himself in the black. That's a good pot, and I think he's on it.
Victoria boys have responded very well from 7-3 down. This black for 7-all if Jackie can knock it in. No, he came off that pretty bad actually. Head came straight up as soon as he struck the ball and wasn't massively close, so that was a bit of a disappointment for Jack. Good chance for Ryan to change the momentum again back in New Zealand's favour. Dakota's come a little bit far there, but it's not too bad. He can come across and play the black into the same pocket as the red. I think he would have liked to have been straight and just dropped it in, but...
I agree, but he's got natural angle. He should be fine.
No, he put a load of side on that to try and get ideal on the black, and in doing so, he's missed the pot. Those are the margins, Marty. Like if the white ball stops 6 inches shorter on the previous shot, it's just a simple drop in to finish nice on the black. He runs another 6 inches, and he feels like he's got to play an execution shot to get as straight and ideal on the black as he can, and in doing so, you miss it. He's been a little bit lucky, I guess, to leave coverage on the black, but those are the differences between keeping a real neat and tidy white versus just running that little bit too much.
And on the right-hand side, surprisingly, Ryan King has left Jack an open shot at the black ball. And there's still clusters for Ryan King as well in those reds, so Jack can play something that leaves the black in the open, and that's not bad. The pressure's on Ryan. He's obviously got some easy safeties.
He does, but he's almost certainly going to leave a one-rail escape here. Dakota's gone nosy enough. Left a very tricky black, Dakota has.
absolutely.
Do you like the cut into the corner or the cut into the middle if you're Dakota here?
It depends on the angles. I'm assuming the cut to the corner means you're not worried about the in-off in the centre,
Digging
whereas I
into
think
it.
the one played it double. Oh my god!
Double. Why wouldn't you?
Scores level. Oh,
Ooh.
Jack!
That was nearly huge.
But like I said,
Once again, he hasn't
pressure
left.
piling up on Ryan. Guys.
Yeah, yeah. Once again, like it's pressure in many ways. Pressure in terms of the way he left the black. Scoreboard pressure as well. You know that Victoria have won 4 frames on the bounce now. And yeah, he's once again got to play a safety here, but he's almost certainly going to leave a one-rail escape.
Yeah, very tough to cover this, isn't it? That's a good shot. Like, at least he's making Jack queue over the ball, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. When you're playing a one-rail escape like this and you've got to queue over a ball, it's so easy to get a bit of unwanted side on it. Now, unless he's left it top pocket, which...
Top right, I think. Jack was looking at
Yeah.
whether the white was in off. Yeah. But I think he'll get the jaw if he just plays tops through.
Looks like on the left-hand
Question
side he
about
might have a foul break.
Foul break. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's decided against it, Jack. Well
And
done,
he
Jack.
gets it. Wow.
Yeah.
2 huge blacks there from the Victorian boys, Dakota and Jack. So that's 8-3 from... Sorry, 8-7 from 7-3 down. That's a huge turnaround from Victoria.
5 on the bounce. This is the last frame of the second round. So
No, I don't like to
Chucker
be
at the
biased,
table.
but surely we're all Team Chucker here. Come on, Chucker.
Absolutely. I don't mind being biased. I declare my bias on the commentary. Rob and I, obviously both Victorian, have played for Victoria before. We love to see the Victorians win. Like to see a good pool again, but yes, we're definitely backing Chucker at this one.
As I said, we are proud Victorians, but it doesn't matter who you are. You don't like seeing guys struggling out there, as Chucker has been. So yeah, we're both fully Team Chucker in this frame. Sorry, Anthony.
I'm just going to check how Anthony's been going as well before we rule him out.
Yeah, good call.
Shooting about 50%, Anthony is.
All right, yeah, fine. Hope you lose, Anthony. Sorry.
And in fact, won his first frame. So I think at this stage of the tournament, he's actually exactly 50% going into this frame. Now these yellows, it's a tricky out, but there is an out available. All the yellows go. If he can get reasonably straight to that yellow on the top right, perhaps as his last ball. They do all have pockets. Some delicate.
Is he on the one
work
that's the top right now?
required. Oh, that's a good question.
I feel like, if he's on it now, I feel like you probably take it now. They still don't
What
link
does it
very
link
well
to, though?
either way.
Yeah. I think he's got a little bit too much angle on this one to the left centre. So his best option might be top right and just let the white come out kind of near the balk line and play the long yellow down to the bottom left. It's not going that way though.
It's quite wide on that double.
What?
Bit of a result. Bit of a result. He's not left anything easy for Chuka. He's pushed the red to the side rail. I don't think Chuka has too many attacking options here. I think he might just need to shut up shop a little bit.
Yeah, there's nothing obvious as a place to start. The only ball that's he's got a problem with is the one on the rail near the right centre. It's not obvious to move that straight away. You can do something else.
Don't leave him on the angle. He's had a result. He's had quite a big result.
He's
now.
had a result, yeah.
Yeah, this might be another of those instances where covering the pocket that the black's closest to is your best option here. I think he's potted it. I think that's what he's played. No, he's played it well. I think that's the shot. I think that gives... Obviously, there's an easy turnover, actually, so it's actually not a great shot when it's finished.
It's not a great shot.
If you'd have left the white near the bottom rail... Yeah, if you'd left the white near the bottom rail and not left the easy turnover, then it could have been the shot. But now, yeah, he's going to be in a world of pain.
Yeah. And suddenly that's Chuka's pocket, bottom right. Of course, for anyone watching along, Travis Martin's nickname is Chuka, so you hear us saying Chuka. That's
and if ever you're wondering why he's called Chuka, just watch the way he walks around the table.
Yeah, one of the fastest players to walk around the table in the state, for sure.
I actually love playing against Chuka because he's just so entertaining to watch. Even if I've just made a mistake when I'm playing him, I just can just sit back and enjoy watching him play because he's so animated and yeah, he's just great to watch.
Just going to bide his time by the look of it.
That's a good shot. Played that nicely.
Yeah, good shot. Needs to kind of get to the point where he can open up those two reds near the yellows, but doesn't want to do that in such a way that he can't get a safe white or a pot.
Yeah.
So might be looking for a ball in hand.
Just quickly going to got some comments on the stream. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We've got 218 viewers at the moment, which is excellent. A few questions and comments. Any insights? So Paddy Hood, any insights on why Tam sat himself out of a couple of team matches the other day? I think first and foremost, he's trying to give everybody a chance. He hasn't been at his brilliant best for large parts of this. And I think the other angle of it, which is where it becomes slightly nuanced, is that he was keen to get Sean Dempsey into the team. So, as guys might be aware, Sean is at Nationals primarily playing for the under-20s, but he's also eligible to play for the Open team. So, I think that by resting himself, it was a way of giving Sean some game time in the Open team without ruffling any other feathers of dropping anybody else. I think that was part of his thinking as well. Chad Mitchell suggesting that I'm going to change my allegiances from Australian to English, the cricket. Damn right I am. And Lee Raynan saying that I should be there. Yes, in a parallel universe where I hadn't just had a month off work, I probably would be Lee, but unfortunately my wife has banned me from leaving the house for the next 6 months, so I wasn't able to go this year. But got a lot of FOMO from watching these guys going at it.
Now, Chuka's got his ball in hand, and actually Anthony, the shot before, had opened up all the reds. So they are all available here. He may commit to the out.
Yeah, he's played that well.
Yeah, it's
played that nice. Shot. All he needs to do now is just map these correctly. The red nearest the right and middle is the obvious option to be the last ball to land nicely on the black into the corner. So really just need to work backwards from there.
Yeah, the remaining reds on the table, like, probably clear the top two first. But any order really doesn't matter.
I actually, so first and foremost, let's not jinx it by saying he's going to win. But if he does win, I really want to see the reaction from not only him, but all of the Victorian team. I'm sure they've all been feeling for him massively and wanting him to get up and about. So it'd be fast. Oh, Chucker, where are you going? Chucker, where are you going?
Oh, no.
Chucker!
Oh, no.
Oh, I've just been sick in my mouth. Why would you run the white ball around like that? I guess those are the things you do when everything's going against you.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to move the black, I think. Didn't want it to be on the cushion. Like, if you're shooting 60%, you don't worry about that black, right? You just land on it.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess now the black becomes a problem for Anthony. He could just play for a double, or the extraction's not obvious from where his balls are, but he may have a dip at an extraction from somewhere. I think personally, I'd be looking to just land on a double.
Yeah, it looks like he's laying on. I was wondering whether he could have played a skill shot or a turnover shot, because that yellow does get through to that pocket, I think. But nevertheless, he's decided to leave himself a different option. He must have a little bit of angle here to get down the table somewhere.
He's played an extraction and hasn't got it.
Now, there is the option here of playing a turnover and trying to leave the white safe.
Yeah. And I guess in this situation, I don't know how aware Anthony would be of how much Chucker's been struggling. But sometimes when your opponent is struggling, just playing a shot like that to leave them a really tricky ball under pressure is not a bad option.
Yeah, if you can get the white between the gap of the reds, so play a turnover on the black, bring it between those two reds in the center and up near the top cushion somewhere. He'd be asking a question then. He's playing a triple to the center. Oh.
Nearly. Come on, Chucker. Now's your time. Sorry, that was very blatantly biased, but okay. Come on, mate.
And the black is out. Black is not on the cushion anymore.
Pretty good.
I always think that when balls are in the center of the table, you often have to either be neat on them or just think about taking them to the corners. Like if the white can run up and down. It's the one nearest the black. He wants to be neat on that. If he can roll through to on the right-hand side and be neat on that, fantastic.
Yeah.
It's got to be on the right side of it to get below the black again. So anywhere but straight, probably.
That looks pretty straight.
Has he got angle? He might be able to even roll forward.
He can take
a little
bit. He can either take your medicine and roll through. You've then got to play a bit of a shot to get on the black, but ideally you'd want to just be able to stun down for the below the black for the red into the centre. But has he got the angle? Whoa!
Rush of blood.
That is a guy who's feeling it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him just take a breath there for a moment, but straight on it.
He's on it. He's good.
He's got a result.
Big bounce.
Great.
This Chucker's famous walk round the table before the black. He was doing this 2 years ago in 2023. Every time he was on a black, he did a lap of the table.
All right, let's watch the reaction. There they are.
No big reaction from Chucker, but the boys are up and about. They know how much it means.
The boys are all, their high fives all round.
Very
Well
good.
done, Chucker.
What a round from
mate.
Victoria.
You're on the board now.
Yeah. Hopefully, you can get on a bit of a roll in the other way now, and start being the player that we all know is capable of being. Be a huge round from Victoria. 7-3 down to 9-7 up, so 6 frames on the bounce. Huge. So going into the last round now. They need 4 frames for victory. NZ
Yeah,
North
6
needs
frames on the
6 for
brow.
victory.
Yeah, that was a 7-1 round for Victoria.
Team Cuddle, some words of wisdom from Temujin Dixon. Hopefully talking about the
Yeah, look at
match,
him.
not his
He's
plans for going out partying later.
up and about, feeling good after coming back from a reasonable deficit to actually being a couple in front. So the Vic boys up and about.
Can you see who's up first in the last round, Marty?
I can, yes. Just make sure there's been no changes. So Aaron Williams versus Jack Green and Simon Kleinsman, who looks like he's been subbed in for New Zealand North, playing Travis Martin.
Yeah, okay, interesting. I watched a little bit of Simon last night. Actually, he played Andy Barnett in the open singles. Even though Andy won, Simon looked quite a tidy player. So it's interesting that he's been on the bench, actually. I thought he looked pretty good in that match. And yeah,
And I
Chuck
think this
straight
is
back
good for
out.
Chook. Yeah, good for Chuka to be straight back out. I think he's just had a win.
Yeah.
He's feeling good about himself, even though it wasn't the prettiest win. Just try and make it a little bit tidier this one. So it says Jared Rawlings, but I don't know if that's Jared in the background. The score sheet says Simon Kleinsman.
Disappointing scratch from Chucker. It wasn't an unlucky break. His white ball went straight in the middle. So first chance for New Zealand North in that frame on the left-hand side. And the Reds look
And a
pretty good,
fairly
to be
open
honest.
table.
Especially if that red nearest the right-hand cushion goes, then these are all very straightforward. Black's
And
nice
I
in the
think
middle
it
of the
might go.
table.
The fact that there's another red near the pocket to help it in doesn't hurt either. So I think that might be on.
We'll soon find out because he'll play to get on it straight away, you would imagine, which he has. So yeah, this is a very good chance for New Zealand to turn that momentum around a little bit that Victoria built up in the last round.
Now, I assume he's going to screw the white back out of there, so he may play this off the other red. So the real question is, where does it land? See if you can get to it clean as
Not
well.
to move that red if you can help it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he had to. It's okay. He would have much rather it stayed there, but it's still very accessible and linkable with the ball to the left-hand corner. So
I
still
don't
a
know if
good
he's got a
chance.
clean pot here though. I think he might have to play a plant to the left centre. Can he pot the one closest to it outright?
No, it looks like he's planting. I think you're right. Missed.
Yes.
But got a pretty good result there.
Yeah, he's got a good
No
white.
easy start for Chuka here.
Chuka has to dig in. Perhaps chip the one off the right hand cushion, put it near the red down the bottom, and bring the white up the top. Just slow him down.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's looking at. He just saw Chuka put his hand near the balk rail. That's where he's looking to put the white ball in play in this shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
It's pretty good. Funny old game, isn't it? You know, like Simon's had a great chance. His balls are in great positions, and you make one mistake, and all of a sudden you come back, and it feels like a really hard out from here now.
And Aaron Williams from New Zealand North on the right-hand side, now with a fairly open table on the Reds. Jack Green did have a look at an out, but ended up in a tricky position, so couldn't really, missed a tough pot. Aaron's just got to sort out this red on the left-hand side, but they all look on. overcut that. Jack may have, like they are actually all on for Jack if he can get inside those two on the top left. Got some work to do though.
Yeah.
Good putt.
It's a good shot. It's got a very good chance to drop on those two now. Little stun up, find the gap between them and land on one of them in the right-hand centre maybe, or potentially left-hand centre, could go either way.
Yeah, agree. I just wonder if he might choose to use the one to the top right to get neater inside those two. I know he's taking one more ball off the table that he won't have to recover.
I feel like if you don't get, I mean, it looks like he's played it pretty good, so he's going that way. But if you'd have come up a couple of inches shorter and straight, then he was in a world of pain. But yeah, he's played it well, played it good.
I guess there's a question about that one closest to the centre of the balk line. Does it go to the right centre and the bottom right? If it does, it's got 4 pockets, so he's actually got quite a margin to land in. Oh, well played.
That's a good shot. Yeah, played that very well. And I guess the thing about these Rassen tables is that the middles are very accepting. Certainly at slow pace, you still can't bash them into the middles on these tables, but if you're dropping them in, they're very, very accessible. This on an Aussie table, a classic 7-footer, or even a Supreme would be quite a tricky shot, but Jack would be very confident of dropping this into the middle from this angle.
And nothing to do with the white, obviously. Well done.
Good shot,
Greg. He actually hit that very clean, found the centre of the pocket, so great cueing.
Victoria's run continues.
Chuka with a tough
shot
long
to
pass.
Nothing, let's call it.
Played this shot to nothing, like he's, yeah.
Has he left the edge of this one? Does this perhaps sneak in?
Aye.
The two reds together, the bottom one I think goes. Has he left enough of an edge for Simon to snick it in? In fact, he hasn't got down on it yet, would suggest maybe not, but he's having a good look. Simon leaves Chuka a pretty good chance here. He's got a bit of work to do with. I suppose he could take it now, but the problem yellow being the one below the black. Looks like he doesn't want to play it now. He wants to land on it in the bottom left-hand corner. A good chance here for Chuka to maintain that little bit of momentum he bought in the last frame.
Yeah, I think I'm just getting some clues from his shot selection that his confidence is obviously not down. Like, I think you probably do take that ball to the bottom right if your confidence is good.
It's a bit of a way off, unfortunately.
Wide margin, yeah.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Des Wilcox. Nice to see you tuning in, Desi, and thank you for the comment on the commentary. As we said earlier, great that the New Zealand guys are involved, and as we said, there's definitely some high quality New Zealand players who aren't here this year. Des being another great example of that. And yeah, if this experiment is to continue, it'd be great to see Des here in future. Simon's played that pretty well. He's left himself a couple of options here. He can either take the long one to the top left pocket now, if he's straight enough, or I think if he's straight enough, that's the shot for me. He goes either way, he's got some traffic to navigate. He's going the other way, so maybe he can hold it. Maybe he can hold it so that way.
Yeah, centre.
It's not ideal, but he's okay. He can take this and just judge the cannon on the black to push the black towards the right centre. But it's a bit more of an execution shot than he may have otherwise had.
Doesn't even need much judging.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just about pace, just a gentle pace, and he'll have a shot. Although he looks like he's playing top, I'm not sure it needs top. Well, what do we know?
Played it very well. Yeah. So listen, I think our shot was the right shot to just stun into it, but yeah, he's judged it beautifully. It's a very, very, very well executed shot.
Yeah, well done.
So the Kiwi boys arrest the slide a little bit. So that's their first win in 8 frames, I think. Brings it score back to 10-8 and all to play for.
Yeah, big cheer there from the Kiwi boys. They're hungry to get back into this. So we have got Dakota Cook and Billy McIntyre coming to the table on the left. Mark Owens just trying to slow down Tristan Matheson.
Got to hit the brake pretty well, but I think he's come up dry. But they're not particularly nicely set. You wouldn't really come into the table licking your lips at either set on the left-hand table there. I feel like we may have...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you probably like yellows.
Billy's looking at yellows. Yeah, he's looking at yellows. There is an out there. I was missed the first ball, but yeah, they weren't nice anyway. I think they would have been a fairly low percentage out if he'd have proceeded with the out.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons yellows were better was because that red at the centre of the top of the table didn't have anything that links to it, but it now does have something that links to it.
Yeah.
So actually, they're fairly even now.
Yeah.
Choose a set, find some control. I think that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I was about to say, find some control. If I'm a Victorian player here, I'm wanting to see Dakota, try and manoeuvre his balls a little bit here, not try and go for some crazy out.
I think the red nearest the black here, I'd push it to the bottom right and just try and bump the yellow at the bottom left to the side cushion. So, that's the sort of shot that I'm looking forward to just...
Yeah.
That shot's still on now. Yeah.
He's shaking his head. I think he's desperate to try and pull the trigger here, but they're just not there. Great pot from Mark Owens. Not finished ideal, but he's got a chance here of... He can sneak that red in that he's closest to. Maybe cannon the yellow to hold the white, and then take the one over the corner. It depends how thin that cuts on the red is.
Yeah, it looks very thin.
Yeah, I don't think he's even taking it. Maybe the double.
It's just...
Or the miscue. Tactical miscue.
The miscue double. Even Tristan amused with Mark's miscue there.
It's interesting, Marty. We started off this commentary talking about sort of how the tables are playing, and therefore how the players has eventuated over the course of the tournament so far. I don't think we've seen a single master break in this match, have we? With the way that it's played out, and I guess the momentum shifts and the nerves and the pressure, I don't think we've seen one.
Well, I can tell you for sure because they mark them on the score sheets, and there are none.
I don't think they mark reverse masters or master shots or whatever you want to call them, but I'm pretty sure there hasn't been one of those either. It's definitely been a match where there's been a few tactical frames, there's been a few mistakes made. which is very natural at this sort of level, you know. A lot riding on it. Both teams need the win really to really push their chances for a top four finish. And yeah, as a result of that, there's been a fair few mistakes like that one just made by Tristan against Mark Owens.
Yeah, and Mark with a good opportunity now to finish off this frame. Dakota and Billy's, still pushing and shoving on the left-hand side, trying to jockey for position in the frame.
All right, Mark's just over hit that positional shot there.
Yeah.
I didn't love the mapping's a bit tricky here. I didn't necessarily love his route anyway, but yeah, I think that's a bit of a lazy mistake. Put himself in a bit of trouble now. I think the thing about Mark is that he's so capable of rescuing these sorts of situations because he's such a great potter. But yeah, he's made life a lot easier, a lot harder for himself there than he needed to.
Oh, cushion first here. Look at this.
Oh, he's had a bit of a result.
Oh well,
that's yellow massive. He's actually had a massive result, to be honest. Yeah, but it doesn't connect very well to anything else. I mean, he can pop the one to the top right, but they're now gone from being quite nicely spread to pretty horrible.
Yeah, those two together, the right-hand one of those will pot to the bottom corner. Oh, Tristan's not even attempted to do anything.
If there's a guy in the Victorian team who you don't want to leave half chances for, it's probably Mark Owens, to be honest. He's the sort of guy that pulls out these crazy little 3-4 ball finishes from nowhere.
I mean, I don't think this is that crazy. That red to the centre, the white's just going to naturally come around off 3 cushions, and he can be on that red to the top left, or even in the centre.
He's played it brilliantly.
Yeah.
He's played it very, very well. But you're right, it was there.
Yeah. Yeah, well done, Mark. And Dakota, I think, searching for the out here on the left-hand side. Just played a good pot, opened up one of the reds.
Yeah, still work to do. Not easy. He's had a little bit of a result there as well, to be fair, Mark. Yeah, I was about to say. So he's tied the black up. Yeah, that's not a bad result at all for Dakota there. I feel like he
and really left Billy on the only ball that he really doesn't want to pot yet.
Yeah. Billy's not. If Billy's gone
black up, but he's
straight there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he can tickle off the red next to the black and land straight on the yellow to the corner, I think he might be okay. But if he can, he's very lucky that he landed right in that spot. Wow, that's exactly the shot.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. Now it's got to be neat. Just get past the yellow, but not into the centre. Good shot.
Nice. This would be huge for the Kiwi boys. Keep them in touching distance. Keep the pressure on the Victorian boys. Giving off the rails never easy on a pressure black, but he's straight down on it. He's confident. Knocked it in like it was over the pocket.
No problem.
Very good out.
Okay, so Steve Argus and Josh Gorski have come to the table on the right-hand side. Steve for the break. And on the other table, I think we're about to see Dion Rawlings and Tom O'Keefe. Two all so far in this round, so neither team getting in front, although Victoria doesn't need to win the round. A 4-all in this round will find them the win in the match.
I think it's been great, Marty, actually, how close it is this year. I feel like there's a far smaller gap this year than there normally is between the top fancied sides and the sides who are perhaps not the favourites. And I think the table's obviously starting to take shape now, and there are obviously teams who would probably need to have a big run from here to make finals. But it does feel like every match is winnable for every team at this tournament, which is great to see.
Yeah, I agree that, and I like that. And I also like that we're seeing a lot of the teams this year got some fresh blood in the team, and especially a lot of very good juniors coming through. And they're so good to watch. They generally have excellent cueing and potting, and sometimes their shot selection and their tactics aren't quite right, but they can make a big frame or lose a big frame. So it makes for really great viewing. And you just see them getting better and better. They're the future of Australian pool,
Absolutely.
Josh Gorski on the right-hand side looking to go game here. These are not straightforward, but he is attacking the frame. Might go up to the one at the top now. He's going to require neat position on the red that he's closest to.
I feel like he was looking at cutting the one that he's closest to into the middle then, actually. Because that's obviously his problem ball. It's a very tricky pot, but if he gets it, then it obviously really opens up the out. It looked like he was looking at the angle off like 2 or 3 rails to come round if he was playing that.
I see, yeah. Yeah, even if he plays the shot, he doesn't have a wide area to land in on either of the remaining balls.
He's playing that shot. This is a big shot. Nope. No good. Big chance for Steve here to cut the gap for New Zealand.
Yeah, get within one. And Billy McIntyre at the table for New Zealand on the right-hand side also has, Reds do all go.
I don't think that's Billy, is it? I think Billy played the last frame.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. That is Dion Rawlings playing Tom O'Keefe on the left-hand side. Yeah, if he sorts this out and the black just separates from the yellow a bit, I think he's looking good. Well, the black hasn't separated. Maybe the black's on.
I think it does go right middle would be my guess. It's hard to know without being right behind the shot, but looks like there's a bit of a gap between black and yellow.
If that goes right middle, he wants the one bottom left for his last ball.
Big miss from Steve on the right table there. Good chance for Josh here to make up for that last error. Now, assuming the black does go right centre, then he really wants to leave the red closest to the left-hand rail. It's the last here, Dion. So it just depends whether he's straight enough on this one on the right-hand side to hold for the red to the left middle.
Centre. He wants to be back where he is right now.
Yeah. He had too much angle to hold, but he's played a really good shot there. That is a very good shot.
No, I'm not sure the black's on. Yeah, he's looking to the top corner now.
Yeah, okay.
Josh has got a big shot here. This last ball on the rail. All right, so a couple of big shots on both tables here for position on the black.
This is huge for both sides.
Dion trying to come through the gap of these two yellows. And Josh just trying to either hold the white or to get a nudge, or with the red set over the pocket. That's a pretty good shot from Dion.
He's in the middle, then he's perfect. If not, then it's a chance.
It's a chance, that's right. It's a chance.
He's looking at the middle. He's not sure. We know that these middle pockets are pretty generous. Close. You can glance them in off the near jaw at the right pace. We'd obviously rather play that if he thinks it's a good chance than the cut into the top, but it's not on. It's not on. Don't lie to yourself. It's taking it middle. No, just caught the yellow.
Okay, Tom. Tom's got options here. He can take on the out here in such a way that he can leave the white safe. Like, you get those two balls nearest the centre of the bottom rail. And if you get on them next, you'll still have a snooker on the black if you miss.
We saw earlier that Tom stood up pretty well under the pressure in a frame where Victoria were a reasonable way behind, and albeit it wasn't a hard out, it was one that pressure can definitely impact you, and he stood up well to it. This is another really good example of that sort of situation. An out where he would get them probably 99 times out of 100 in practice, but this isn't practice.
Steve Argus.
Judging by Temujin's, I heard Temujin's reaction there, which suggested to me that there could be a gap here.
Yeah, you can almost hear him jump out of his chair and look down the line of the shot. Right?
Josh doesn't seem quite so convinced, to be honest. And Josh is looking at the one rail, and yeah. Oh, great shot, Gorski.
Where's this white? Where's this white?
Oh, that's sick. That is sick. That is very unlucky. Yeah, I mean, he's played that really well. He's obviously judged the angle. He's played it with pace to try and give himself a shot getting on the black. To get in that middle pocket is pretty horrendous look.
Steve Argus doing a couple of laps out around the table, just calming himself and getting ready to execute that out. Tom O'Keefe, he's left the toughest yellow till last on the bottom. I would have liked to have seen him play this one a little earlier, but it's still not too bad. White a bit
close to the. Well, like Steve's he's putting the white too close to the yellow there. You can't cue through it like that. You want to push the white ball through and leave a bit of angle. He's played it all right. I'd have left myself a bit more room for manoeuvre, but yeah, he has played it well. So one good shot from Steve here. Try and get top side of the yellow if you can.
So Steve for New Zealand trying to finish the frame off on the race. Run a little bit high. He's okay. He's
actually been lucky there to finish straight.
Yeah. And Tom O'Keefe looking to run out the yellows on the left-hand side as well.
Wobbled it in. Good shot by both players.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike, Marty.
So for the shortest of margins, New Zealand North will be back within one frame.
Yeah. Victoria should be on there.
So at least a draw now for Victoria. And to finish the match, we've got Temujin Dixon and Ryan King. And also Reese Godden,
2 captains.
Anthony Gempton. Yeah, captain's knock. Ryan breaking.
Ryan King to break. It's a pretty good break as well.
Oh, they look good. Those reds look pretty good.
Then the 3 at the bottom are a bit tricky. But yeah, you'd settle for that. He's got a chance. Got to play 1 or 2 good positional shots.
If you can get in the middle of those reds, so if you can get to the one to the centre and the one to the bottom left, which will kind of clear the path for the next red and then for the next red. But it does require a little bit of Okay, so Ryan's missed that pot to the top left and left Temujin in. And whilst they were a little bit clustered with the yellows on the left, these yellows very quickly. So Reese Godden just chipping away, trying to improve his position in the frame. Tem has played that yellow with quite a bit of check side to bring the white back through and has therefore overcut the pot. And Ryan left with a similar red to the top left. Pretty good shot from Ryan. Looks like he's not on the red closest to the pocket clean, so playing a plant.
Yeah, this plant is probably frame ball, actually. If he gets this, they're all pretty straightforward. Just jawed it. Red ball sits over the pocket, so no immediate out for Temujin. Reese has a bit of a lash on the left-hand table. On the plus side, all the yellows have come out nicely for him now, but unfortunately it's his opponent at the table.
If you're watching and noticing a little bit of quality issues, yeah, there's a storm's just landed where the Nationals are, so apologies if the video and audio are a little bit jumpy, we'll stick with it and do the best we can.
That's a very good shot from Anthony. Excellent safety shot to leave Reese off everything.
And opened the yellows up nicely too. Like,
yeah,
you know, perhaps apart from the one below the yellows looking very juicy.
Temujin's missed the turnover. It's a big chance for Ryan here. Big chance for Ryan to take the frame for New Zealand and put the pressure right onto Reese. That's a good shot from Reese.
Okay.
He just needs to bottom left, where he's drawn it back sort of a foot. To me, that was just a stun shot. And then you've got a natural angle to go straight into the red into the same bottom left-hand corner. And it felt from having played that, he had to play 10 corner. And it felt from having played that, he had to play 2 big execution shots. And ultimately left himself a bit awkward.
And Tem in great position here to just make the yellows easy. So it's all about how he gets on the black. Looks like Tem's going to leave himself long on the black. Yeah, just takes his medicine. Well done to Tem. He's knocked that long black in, put Victoria over the line for the win. Now sitting on 13-10 and just this one frame to play.
Yeah, it's a great comeback, Marty, from 7-3 down. That's shown some real character from the Victorian boys. They'll take a lot out of that.
Yes, I agree.
I feel like they did that earlier in the tournament against somebody that
That's a big pot from Anthony, and he's actually given himself a chance here. I think this red goes to the right centre. Can he get off a couple of cushions and land back through the gap for the black to the same pocket? Made the pot, but a little bit too much in the white. I think you can hear the rain coming down in the background there. really has to hit this black to leave himself any sort of chance. And Reese has yellows all sitting in the open, just needs to map this out nicely, figure out how he's going to finish this off.
So, Marty, I see that both of these teams are both straight back on after this. So we go from one team's match straight into another.
Right.
So it'll be a big match for Victoria, actually. Victoria played New South Wales. New South Wales have been going very strong. One of the, I suppose, the favourites go with a lot of the experience that they've got in the side. So that'll be a good test for Victoria, and one I'm sure they're keen to get a big result from.
Yeah, New South Wales the only team yet to have a loss. They've had 2 draws but no losses. And one of the stronger teams in the lineup this year.
Meanwhile, Reese has come a bit awkward there. He's come out off a couple of rails and landed on not either ball. He's got a pot on both, but neither of them are particularly nice, and the position from yellow to yellow isn't easy.
Yeah.
As a result of that, he's missed the yellow in the middle.
Now, Rob, I've just misinformed you. I told you New South Wales was the only team yet to have a loss. They have just lost 13-11 to ACT.
Oh, wow. I say, wow, it's not a huge shock. I think ACT were actually one of my dark horses coming into this. There's a great black from Anthony to finish the match at 13-11 to Victoria. As we say,
good match this
big win for the VICs.
Yep. Right onto the big boys. And New Zealand, out to a great start. Victoria had a big run, got out to a lead, and they showed some class to just hold and get back to a respectable scoreline. But could have easily been a draw or a win for New Zealand in this match. So good performance from both. Look forward to seeing them both again.
Absolutely. Very good match. And lots for both sides to take away from it. It's been a pleasure, Comp Marty. We'll do it again soon, my friend.
Thank you, Rob. And good afternoon, everyone. We'll see you on the commentary again later.
Cheers all.